Article 1301. Conventional subrogation of a third person requires the consent of the original parties and of the third person. In conventional subrogation, the consent of all parties is an essential requirement. Who are the parties being referred to? First, the debtor, because he becomes liable under the new obligation to a new creditor. Second, the old creditor, because his rights against the debtor is extinguished. Third, the new creditor, because he may dislike or distrust the debtor. Article 1302. It is presumed that there is legal subrogation 1. When a creditor pays another creditor who is preferred, even without the debtor's knowledge. 2. When a third person, not interested in the obligation, pays with the express or tacit approval of the debtor. 3. When, even without the knowledge of the debtor, a person interested in the fulfillment of the obligation pays without prejudice to the effects of confusion as to the latter's share. Cases of legal subrogation. Subrogation takes place by operation of law even without the consent of the parties. Take note that the subrogation is produced from payment when a creditor pays another creditor who is preferred. Example: Thomas on the left side. Thomas owes Arthur 50,000 secured by a first mortgage on his own land. On the right side is John. Thomas owes John 80,000, but this debt is unsecured. On the middle is Arthur. Arthur is the preferred creditor. Under the law, Arthur has preference to payment with respect to the land as against John, who is merely an ordinary creditor. If John pays the debt of Thomas to Arthur, John will be subrogated in Arthur's right so that he can have the mortgage foreclosed in case Thomas fails to pay the 50,000 debt. When a third person without interest on the obligation pays with the approval of the debtor. Example: Mark is broke. He went to Smith to borrow 120,000 pesos to finance his startup business. Mao pays Smith 120,000 pesos with the express consent of Mark. In this case, Mao will be subrogated in the rights of Smith. When a third person with interest of the obligation pays even without the knowledge of the debtor. Example: Lisa and Rex are joint debtors of Reynold for the amount of 500,000 pesos. Without the knowledge of Lisa, Rex pays the debt of 500,000 pesos. In this case, Rex becomes a creditor of Lisa for 250,000 pesos, the latter's share of the debt, but not for the remaining 250,000 pesos, the portion of the debt which corresponds to Rex.